Today, we're diving into Judge Raquel West's courtroom, where chaos is about to collide, head-on with consequences. The defendant, Trilen Hill, is facing a staggering list of charges, from aggravated assault to aggravated robbery. The potential sentences are no joke. We are talking years, even life in prison. But instead of showing a little humility, Hill decides to turn his hearing into a one-man show. He blames the jail, calls himself a lover boy, and relentlessly pushes the judge's patience to the absolute limit. This isn't just another case. This is a high-stakes showdown between courtroom discipline and a defendant who simply cannot stop talking. The hearing starts, and right away, there's tension. The prosecutor mentions a plea offer is on the table, but Hill needs to sign the rejection form if he wants to go to trial. Hill immediately interrupts, questioning the process. He starts complaining, "They've been gaslighting me for 5 weeks straight. I'm doing my best to get to the population. Stay out of all the ... But the judge cuts him off, trying to regain control. She officially calls the case and begins listing the charges. Hill is already fidgeting, looking around the room, and that's when he spots a family member. He tries to get her attention, and Judge West is not having it. "Do not do that again," she warns him, her voice sharp. She asks his grandmother to move to a corner where he can't be distracted. Then she turns her focus back to Hill. "Mr. Hill, you just don't know how to behave, do you?" she asks, her frustration clear. Hill offers a quick apology, but the judge dismisses it, saying, "You're sorry doesn't matter. This is nonsense." Judge West then reveals that she has a growing pile of reports detailing Hill's disruptive behavior in jail since his last court date. Hill immediately claims he has been gaslit and bullied over the intercom system by guards who encourage other inmates to harass him. He says they call him names and play games to provoke him. "I'm just trying my best to stay out the way," he insists. He paints a picture of himself as a responsible man trying to take over his family's real estate business, with a 76-year-old father to support. "It doesn't look like you are," the judge retorts, clearly unimpressed with his claims. She then confronts him about a specific incident where he was seen running back and forth playing like a little kid in the day room. Hill's excuse: "I work out. I'm a boxer." The judge presses him, asking if that kind of behavior is even allowed. She then pivots to another report. "Who made you dash the floor with water?" she asks. Hill tries to deflect, saying everyone has water, but the judge repeats the question, demanding a direct answer. "Who made you dash the floor with water?" Hill finally admits, "No one." The judge hammers the point home with a series of yes or no questions. Nobody's making you do those things, right? Nobody bullied you into dashing water, right? Yes or no? Hill quietly concedes, "Yes, ma'am." The judge isn't finished. She moves on to his interactions with female officers. "Why do you continue to make comments to the female officers out there? Why do you think that's okay after you've been told not to do that?" Hill's response is baffling. He says, "When I see them women, I just ... I get ... I'm a lover boy. I admit that. A lover boy. In a courtroom, facing life in prison." The judge looks stunned. She explains that this very behavior is a huge part of why his cases aren't getting resolved. He agrees, but then tries to blame his actions on the stress of dealing with other inmates. Just when you think it can't get any more unbelievable, the prosecutor chimes in. "Judge Bessa, based on his Sunday night activity, I'm pretty sure there'll be a new case coming. It seems Hill's bad behavior is escalating. The prosecutor recommends setting the cases for trial." Before moving forward, the judge makes sure Hill understands exactly what's at stake. She spells out each charge and its potential punishment: obstruction or retaliation, to 10 years. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 2 to 20 years. Aggravated robbery, 5 years to life in prison. Burglary of a habitation, another 2 to 20 years. The gravity of the situation hangs heavy in the air. Judge West then lays out the plea bargain one last time. The state has offered to drop all other charges if he pleads guilty to a lesser offense of robbery for a 10-year sentence. 10 years versus the possibility of life. The prosecutor even calls it an excellent deal. It is a final chance for Hill to take a guaranteed outcome and avoid the massive risks of a jury trial. And what does he do? Rejects Italiano. You can feel the judge's frustration boil over. After today, I will accept no plea agreements, she declares. A jury is going to decide. I don't know that I even agree with this offer. So today's the day. If you want to take it, fine. If not, you're going to trial. She then explains the terrifying reality of consecutive sentencing. Since his crimes occurred on different dates, if a jury finds him guilty, the judge could order the sentences to be stacked one after another. He could serve time for one crime, and only then begin serving time for the next. The years could pile up into decades. Hill seems to grasp this, but his decision is made. All right, Judge West says, her patience completely exhausted. We'll get it set for trial. Go back with the bailiff. As he's led away, she turns to the attorneys and admits, I don't know that I've ever been so mad at a defendant. Hill's fate now rests entirely in the hands of a jury, and every single one of his jailhouse antics will be put on full display. Just as the tension from Hill's case begins to settle, the next defendant, Kevin Ross, is brought in. The mood shifts instantly from explosive outbursts to quiet, calculated legal strategy. Ross is facing 2 motions to revoke his probation, meaning he could be sent to prison for his original offenses, one of which was possessing a deadly weapon in a penal institution. The new allegation against him is serious: evading arrest with a vehicle. The prosecutor informs the judge that they've been trying to get the dashcam video from the Department of Public Safety, but it hasn't arrived. This video is critical. The defense attorney claims it will prove Ross wasn't the one driving. His brother was. Without that key piece of evidence, the prosecutor feels it's only fair to not oppose setting a bond for Ross. The judge agrees to hold off on a final decision. She personally vows to contact DPS to get the video. If it comes through quickly, they'll proceed. If not, she'll reconsider setting a bond. It's a methodical, evidence-based approach, the complete opposite of the chaos we just witnessed with Trilen Hill. This hearing was a stark reminder of one thing. Inside Judge West's courtroom, ultimate control belongs to the gavel, not the defendants. And with Hill's trial now looming, the drama is far from over. Thanks so much for watching. What did you think of Trilen Hill's decision to reject the plea deal? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more real courtroom drama, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one.